Okay, so I just spin the stick.
Really slowly. I'm just a frog.
Hello? Hi there. Do you know how to create decorations? Yes, sir, but only when you're not looking. Oh, then goodbye. Okay, the coast is clear.
Right, now add a teaspoon of...
Is this Frogatui? Ladies, gentlemen, and monsters of all ages, people are playing more and more of Monster Hunter Wilds and progressing through to the endgame, and there is a major factor of proper set building that you probably want a lot more information about than the game gives you at the gate. So today let's talk about decorations, where they come from, how they are sorted by the game, and how that knowledge can help you get what you're after faster, how to create specific decorations at will, up to a certain rarity at least, and a general idea of what is available by having a look through my decoration collection, as well as things that I've heard from other players who had early access to. First things first then, you first unlock decorations as early as the oilwell basin map in low rank, but these are super piddly little minimum rarity guys in comparison. You won't get too much use out of them, but if you make gear that has slots for decorations, you may as well put them in. For anyone fully new to Monster Hunter, decorations are essentially ranks of skills that you can add onto your equipment to personalize your build depending on the sockets that each item has. Higher rarity skills tend to be higher level decorations, requiring higher level sockets to put them in. And as we'll talk about, there are actually combination decorations already in the game too, meaning decorations that provide ranks of multiple different skills, so this can get pretty complex. This means that the possible gains from decorations are a hell of a lot of power in a proper endgame build, but that also entirely depends on your RNG in getting the ones that you actually want to use as well. Decorations then are split into two main categories. All skills have their own values that affect the rarity of decorations and such, but the main split that you need to be aware of is between sword and armor decorations, as they are called by the game. Sword decorations are ones that can only be placed in your weapons, and armor decorations can only be placed in your armor. These generally line up with the skills that you can find on armor and weapons naturally in the game as well, so if you're wondering about a skill and which category it goes into for decorations, just see what kind of equipment it's on at the smithy, and you should have your answer there. And you can search for specific skills at the smithy quite easily as well for that exact purpose. That said, I'll show you a much more full list a little bit later on so you can see more specific examples. Later on in the story, in low rank, after you first encounter dahaad and have your first quest against them, you unlock the melding pot NPC in Suja village. At this stage, you will have Wyverian melding level 1 unlocked. This is the lowest rarity of this function, and it lets you take either a few specific materials or just decorations that you have but don't want, and exchange them for a random new decoration, with the distinction between sword and armor being weapon and armor specific decorations. This first level of melding isn't really worth investing much into, and you probably won't have many decorations to shove in here yet anyways, anything to recycle. As you progress in though, and through high rank, you will unlock the ability to craft specific decorations in the same way, and this is the whole list that you get access to by default. The one thing that they all have in common is that they are rarity 3 decorations, but this is most of the 1-slot decorations in the game that you can craft as soon as you unlock this. As you progress through high rank's main story quests then, you'll end up fighting dahaad properly a second time your high rank apex fight, and after you do that you'll unlock the next level of Wyverian melding, which is just one rarity tier up from the previous one. The decorations that you get through this process are still entirely random, but these simply have a higher chance of being higher rarity decorations when they roll. It's not guaranteed, they're just more likely. Further in, when the main story of high rank concludes, you will unlock the third rarity of Wyverian melding as well, and this lets you get the highest likelihood of the best decorations that can drop in the game. These different decoration types are the same that you will find when looking at investigations for monsters as well, or that you will get for appraisals at the end of quests too. And the general rule is anything that is apex monster or above will have the light blue and yellow decorations from their investigation rewards, as well as their appraisal rewards when you kill them, and these are the highest rarity sword and armor decorations in the game. This is when you want to start properly considering melding when you have this function unlocked at this level, and if you guys are interested, we'll do a more in-depth guide on efficiently melding and such like that, but for now, the simple advice is just meld any decorations you don't think you're ever going to use, either ones that are particular to weapons you have no interest in trying, or if you end up with an excess of them. For example, if you have 6 flare decorations, one of those might as well be melded into something new, because you will never in any possible situation in the game be able to use 6 flare layer decorations at the same time without it being a waste, as it is a 5-rank skill. You can apply that to pretty much any other skill in the game with these decorations too, depending on how many ranks they have on the decoration, and using this you can trim down your decoration collection to make it quite lean, removing the things that you definitely don't need to get yourself another shot at finding something incredible that you might actually use. That said, there is one more quite important melding unlock too, and this happens the moment that you hit HR 100, Hunter rank 100. When you first reach this milestone, return to the melder, and you unlock some more decorations for the manual crafting list. Pretty much everything that is above rarity 3 is new unlocked at HR 100, and this list here, I'll show you the whole thing, and every new one here that only unlocks at HR 100 is the 80 cost point ones to craft, and this includes essentially everything of relevance that is under a 3-slot decoration in size now. So pretty much every 1 or 2 slot decoration in the game can be crafted once you hit HR 100. That said, as has been mentioned, there are much better decorations that exist than these as well, so let's go through my actual decoration corrections so you can see what I have, and I'll just slowly scroll through my whole list while I talk about the system a bit more generally. Importantly, for sword decorations, not armor, only sword, you can have 3-slot decorations that have multiple skills. These will always have 3 ranks of their main skill, which is listed first on the decoration, unless it is a skill that caps at less than 3 ranks, but it will have the cap in that case, and then it will have 1 rank of the secondary skill. That said, this can definitely apply to most weapon skills, but there are a few noteworthy ones that I haven't personally seen come up as a combination decoration. This doesn't mean that they aren't possible to show up, but it is at least quite rare if they do exist, as I've got quite a fairly large bit of playtime under my belt and haven't seen them. That said, I have not seen 3 attack with a secondary skill on it, 3 expert with a secondary skill on it, 3 handicraft, 3 critical draw, 3 artillery, or 3 critical boost with a secondary skill on them. Though I have seen combo decorations with 1 of those skills as the secondary skill rank option for everything except for critical boosts and artillery, which I have not seen in a combo decoration at all. I'm hoping that at least critical boost does exist, and it's just rare though, because while crit boost is definitely a more awkward skill to build around than previous Monster Hunter games, it is still extremely strong if you're using a weapon that doesn't need guard skills or ranged weapon skills especially, and can fit some crit boost in with a high affinity set in general. That just about does it for today then, everyone. Your guide to decorations in Monster Hunter Wilds, what they are, how they work, how you get them, and when more options unlock and open up to you too, as well as just a look into my own personal current decoration collection to have an idea of what actually exists in the game. Obviously my collection isn't complete, and there are some more glaring holes, like I don't have just a plain crit draw 3 decoration, despite the fact that I know that that exists, but it should give you a solid idea of not only what counts as a sword or armor decoration in the game, but also the rarities that each decoration has, and the potential combinations for the combo sword decorations too. If you have any of the standout ones that I mentioned not having seen so far, please leave a comment down below so we can spread that information out too and work out what's actually possible. Like if you liked the video, subscribe to the notification bell for more, and most importantly, ladies and gentlemen, until next time, stay sweet.
Josh, Cotton, and Hollow with the videos, dropping the humor like a hammer on your tippy toes, bringing entertainment on a daily arrangement to take our insanity and turn it into entertainment. Yes, I said entertainment twice, to reiterate that it is nice to look into your faces on a mostly daily basis when you let us in your homes to make the whole world a stage. Goodbye.